Yeah, absolutely. So you can get in touch with us. You can either just whip us out of our Google or just look us up, give us a call on 0800 Sportsafe. And we can come out and assess your facility. We'll have a look around. We'll give you a report. We do a report we've got an app for it. Gives you a detailed report, takes photos. We give recommendations. We tell you what's going to carry on going a bit longer and what's aesthetically damaged and what's actually a safety hazard to the people using your space. So you can make the decision what you want to do with it, and we'll just let you know, and we can help you out if you need to fix it.
Cool, Matt. Look, on behalf of the ARL, thank you very much for being the major sponsor of the Sportsafe Nines, and we're going to catch up with you a wee bit later on today.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Troy. It's been a privilege to be involved, and just wish all the teams well today. Thank you.
Cheers, Matt. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we thank Matt, who's the representative from Sportsafe, who's down here today with us, watching the ARL Nines, and just at the end of the last match, the weather's closed out a little bit as the rain starts to fall, and we wait for the next two teams to roll on to the park. Corey's getting a wee bit of detail together. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the after-school programs run by the football development team, Andy Hay and his crew. We have the the ARL Blast programs, so they run during the school holidays. Kiwi Tag, the senior Kiwi Tag, is still available for registration space. Get on the draw there. So make sure that you take part, and what a fabulous idea that is, you know, club versus club. Just awesome to see, and I know the Junior Kiwi Tag Day was just fantastic. They had a couple of thousand people down to that, and it was a brilliant day out. Finally, Jets Camp. Need to get some information and detail around that. Please register online. Go to www.aucklandleague.co.nz. Jets Camp is starting to form for April 6th this year, and looking to have another fabulous program down there with mentoring, coaching, and just a ton of other stuff that takes place. Out on screen now, we see Marist. This will be the first time we get them on a line for you, for your viewing pleasure, and they're up against the Te Atatu Roosters. And there's some sizable men inside this Marist outfit as they're getting ready now to start the match. Corey will be joining us for play-by-play. We're all good here. Just giving the referee the nod. And we have kickoff. And we get a penalty from that, so not that successful, the Marist Saints kickoff. And they're looking to fundraise, Corey, and they may touch a wee bit around that. You know, get online for them, and let's try and secure them as many votes as we can as they're looking to raise funds for the new club rooms. Okay, restart. Roosters get the ball, tap and run. Meets a couple of big units in the Marist side. Oh, another big contact and dump to the ground. And that's been the call. You can hear it coming from the park to settle it down a wee bit. They need to have a wee bit of patience and at least complete a set.
My apologies for the late entry there, Troy. We had a delay on the team list for this game, and unfortunately Te Atatu haven't got their team list in, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll do our best to call the numbers off what they were in the last game. We do apologise if we get that wrong, but unfortunately out of our hands on that one. So into the action now, and it's going to be Te Atatu to get their hands on the ball, and just looking across the field, it looks like most of the numbers have remained the same.
And Brian O'Shea is playing in 22, so he may come in off the bench.
So the Roosters now spread the ball out to the right edge here.
So is that Mafu Briggs that's out there on the field?
It is indeed, yep, Big Mafu. He was, we wore number 7 for the first game. I'm going to assume he wasn't playing halfback, but never know in nines now as the ball comes loose, and Marist with the chance now to counter-attack, and this is Wallace Teorimu. Powerfully built centre. They jump out of dummy half now via Palaamo, who takes the ball forward and gains some good yardage there for the Saints.
Yeah, Zane Polkington, the head coach for the Prems this year at Marist. And good to see Zane looking after the Saints in their centennial year, so they celebrate 100 years of rugby league.
Come down the left edge now, do the Saints, and into contact. The ball does come loose, and now it's, by the look of it, David Dyer that picks it up. Again, we don't have a team list, but it does look like David Dyer, and now Te Atatu will ruck the ball out. Miski is the dummy half. My apologies, Taulu.
With me, mate, with me. Release them out, release them. 9 off.
They work the short side now, and Dyer is taken the ground initially, but gets up and goes again.
That's 3, move now. Hold, go.
Just short of halfway now, the Roosters. Miski
Okay, mate.
with the little show, the go, trips over the top and then gets collared in back play. Are we going to go back for that? Yes, we are.
Head high.
Isaac Miski got ruined in back play off the ball, and thankfully is back up to his feet. No damage done, but the Roosters get a second chance on the footy for this one, and good opportunity now to register their first points of the game, the first points of the match. In fact, 3.5 minutes gone here. And the latest of our live stream games at Stanmore Bay Reserve is going to be David Dyer to get us back underway. Hands it off to Golding, who will just take a settler early on, taken down under the weight of 2 Marist defenders.
Go.
Another high shot, this time it's Ma'afu Briggs, but play on is the call. No, it's not. Another penalty there, and Briggs certainly did not miss that time, Troy.
Yep, so Te Atatu looking for a quick tap and go, and they have got one heading to the right side of the park.
Taulu dancing, breaking out of one. Taulu still going, and then a little basketball pass over the top. It's messy from Te Atatu, but they recover. They are losing yardage at a stunning rate here right now, and need to run the ball forward. And now there's a little gap in the opening, and just short of the line.
On the line, guys.
Numbers here, they should score if they're good enough. Te Atatu, that's a very slow play the ball. Should that have been a penalty? Taulu. Burrows, short of the line.
Don't jump early.
Need to come back to the centre, you would think. Instead, they're going to persist with the play down the wing. Miski, quick hands to Dyer with the stunning finish over the top, but into touch is the call. And the Marist Saints dodge a bullet there. Te Atatu forced into touch in the far right-hand corner here at Stanmore Bay Reserve.
And the weather changes again, ladies and gentlemen. The downpour that just happened only moments ago, the sunshine's breaking through, so typical Auckland weather. As the Marist team start to grind out from inside their 20, their 30.
Tackle 1, let 'em up.
Just looking to try and get some shape out there. There's a lot of communication going on in regards to who they want to be in the running slot.
2, move 9, move. Go early. Go.
Oh, managed to maintain the ball in hand, and looks like they've got a little bit of a break on out here on the left edge.
Saints now into open space. Te Atatu are chasing, but it's in vain, and Marist are going to get on the board here. The first points of the game, and it will be via the number 6, Malachi Toy, a Marist under-20s graduate, product of the Kelston Boys High School system. Fine space on that left edge here now. Troy will talk us through the replay.
Sportsafe action replay. Nice little draw and pass there. He brought the defenders on, just opened up the space for the winger and really just had to pin his ears back. And had no one near him that looked like they were going to threaten. And basically, you know, just strolled in that last 10 metres. Nice little try. Touchdown there. And as Corey said, you know, Marist is up with the first points on the board. And it'll be interesting to see how the kick goes from so far out. So getting ready to address now as he takes a strike. And not a bad attempt, in all fairness.
Fair old effort from out wide, but it does fall short. And so the score remains Marist 4, Te Atatu 0, 7 minutes gone here at Stanmore Bay Reserve.
First thing that struck me about the Saints team is they've got a wee bit of size across the park, Corey. And it'll be interesting to see whether that plays into their hands as the tournament, you know, grinds out towards the back end of the day. He's managed to pull that back in.
It's an interesting point you make, Troy, and obviously with the 9s concept as opposed to 7s, it does relate more closely to 13-a-side rugby league. The big men still matter in this game. It's not just a case of super fit, fast guys and playmakers. You do still need the big men to make sure you're winning the ruck and getting down the field. And, in previous years we have seen some of the bigger players on the field probably be the most influential as well, opening up gaps for the smaller men, as we see Bevan now bump the ball forward. In fact, that's going to be Golding. Williams is the dummy half. He will come back to the middle where it is Urquhart who shuffles play on, and now little show and a pump over the top. That ball's loose. Is that going to be play on? No, it's going to come back, and referee Freeman says we've got a knock on there. That'll be a handover, and Teoremu now with the play the ball. We're inside the final minute by our count, so Marist need to get things moving if they are to register their second lot of points for this half. Now they clear the ruck and work the ball forward.
Tackle one, move now. Hold, go. Hold. That's two, stand up, head. Hold.
Interesting you're talking about, the bigger boys playing this game, and one of the characters of our game, Tony Tuia, he actually loved the 9s and enjoyed that in the first couple of seasons, how it came to Whitianga, and nothing like seeing a big standoff directing traffic.
Yeah, loved it so much. He's back for another round, so we will see Tony in action in, I think, one of our next live stream games, if he does take the field. As Marist now look to score points right on half-time. The kick goes in behind. It's too heavy, and that'll get us to the break as the siren goes in the background, provided the referee has picked up on that.
He's going to let him play. He's told him play.
We're going to get a play in here now. Now Te Atatu with the chance to perhaps draw even or even take the lead on the break now, and they break down the left-hand side. Come back in field, but Marist are there in numbers. There's still no call for half-time. I can hear the siren in the background. Ball is dropped, and we wait to see if...
the referee needs to be told. So the linesman picked that up.
You can hear the touchy now, just letting them know that it is half-time. So that'll get us there. So Marist Saints 4, Te Atatu Roosters 0, half-time here at the 2019 Sportsafe ARL 9s. Another low-scoring contest here. We'll see you in a few minutes for the second half.
Thanks, Corey. As that finally heard the hooter go maybe 5-6 times. I'm just going to bring Selwyn Pearson in. He's the project manager for the Auckland Rugby League. And he'll sprint over to where I am. And Selwyn.
How are you, Troy?
I'm very well, mate. Tell me, mate, in regards to the role that you currently do at the Auckland Rugby League, what special projects have you got going on at the moment?
We've just completed the re-roof at Waitemata Rugby League Club, and we're just about to launch into Otahu, getting rid of all that terrible asbestos in their roof, so that's all about to go, so it's all pretty exciting.
And you had a couple of projects leading up to it as well, didn't you? I think Ellerslie Eagles had their roof done.
Yeah, Ellerslie was a biggie. Re-roof, or part thereof, at Bay Roskill. So they're all completed now. Manukau was pretty exciting. We re-roofed there, some re-cladding, and with the cladding coming off, we found some a pretty bad water damage in some of the laminated portals. So we rescued that just in time. So huge thank you to the NRL and the Carlo Heritage Trust for providing these funds to allow us to complete these jobs so that the clubs, are able to be attended in comfort.
Awesome, mate. Look, I know you do a ton of work around the clubs, and you're known as the uncle. And I dare say, if anybody's actually wanting to get their roof done or any other work, that needs to be having some attention, they just give you a bell at the Auckland Rugby League. Any serious structural issues we can look after. Awesome. Thanks, Alan.
All right, mate. You're welcome. Lovely to talk to you as always.
A big thank you to Selwyn for joining us. And, you may be hearing a little hammering going on in the background, ladies and gentlemen. Do apologise for that. The wind has all of a sudden picked up here at Stanmore Bay Reserve. So just securing the tent and making sure that the live stream unit doesn't blow away. So about to get back underway here. It is the Marist Saints who lead 4 points to 0 over the Te Atatu Roosters. 9 minutes to play. Back to it we go with a driven kick down to the corner. That took a bounce, and Te Atatu will get the ball back here, I think. Yes, they will. So a little confusion there at first as to whether that took a bounce, but certainly looked on the screen as if it did, and that is the opinion of Freeman as well. And now Urquhart will tap and go. In fact, play the ball to Ova'a, who hands off to Craig Ngatia, who played in the Plate Grand Final last year in the Sharman Cup. The loss to Newlyn. Miski plays at the line. Brings in Jordan Hall. Williams jumps out, just testing those markers, but they're up to it on that occasion. Hall is the dummy half. Got Ngatia on his shoulder. Instead, Hall will just sort of burrow his way to the line, and it was a funny option, really, and Marist well and truly up to the task. Williams now swings it out the back to Ngatia. Ngatia goes backdoor to Urquhart. Urquhart comes to the back. And this is a carry forward from Finau. Last tackle coming up. Nothing too adventurous so far from Te Atatu. What have they got on last tackle? Urquhart to the line. Urquhart gets the offload away. Comes back in field. Marist do really well defensively and shut that down. They looked a little bit out of sorts there, didn't they, Troy? Te Atatu just sort of lacking a plan and attack on that occasion.
Yeah, not probably, yeah, at 6s and 7s, and looked a wee bit uncomfortable on the attack, especially in the last couple of passes they strung together. And saying that, Marist scrambled really, really well. And are now, you know, getting yards outside of their 20. And Te Atatu really need to sort of defend hard. Don't want them to break out.
An awkward little tackle there. Down under the weight of a couple of defenders.
Ooh, dangerously close to the line. And the ball's gone. Referee's call. There's going to be a conference. Tackle was complete, he says, so it's a penalty.
So penalty, Marist. Pala'amo told to go back and find the spot. Marist now kick for touch.
Here we go, guys. Hold on me. Hold, guys, hold.
I think that's new strip for the Marist side as well. Bring a wee bit of gold in around the shoulders.
Marist, of course, celebrating their 100 years along with Point Chevalier this year. You mentioned the fundraiser they got going on, the $1 Million Mission. It's free to donate. Every vote you make via the $1 Million Mission website counts for $5, ladies and gentlemen. So I urge you to get on there and do that every day. All you need to do is enter your name and email address, and the club gets $5. Now as they ruck the ball forward, and it's messy. There's a ball spilt, and play on will be the call for the time being to the Te Atatu Roosters. Do want to give a shout out to Marist chairman Tony Lyman as well for some of his work and vision for the new rebuild at Murray Halberg Park, and part of that $1 Million Mission money will go towards, I believe, replacing part of the roof at Marist and some of the ageing facilities inside the club as well. So encourage everyone to get behind that fundraising effort. It's been great to see a whole load of Auckland Rugby League clubs sharing the link out for that one and encouraging everyone to get behind the Saints.
Absolutely. Well, I know Tony's probably voting every day.
Ta'ulu now breaks free down the left. Options back inside, gets the ball in, but it is cleaned up by the Marist Saints, and there to dive on it is Falala. And now Marist will work it back out. So Te Atatu, well, they're getting plenty of chances, but just struggling to convert that into genuine try-scoring opportunities. Te Orimu now bumps the ball forward.
That's three. Let him up. Let him up. Here we are. Tackle 4. Both sides. Drag him back. 21.
Lawrence McFall
Oh, 21.
takes it forward, and
Nice little
it's
run.
the 6, a little run out of dummy half. It's nice stuff there from the Marist Saints. That's Toy looking to add to their 4-0 lead built in the first half. Ball comes loose, it's knocked on, and it will be a Te Atatu handover.
Markers up, boys. Markers up. Markers here we are, guys. Watch for the wrist. 10. Winger. Way we go.
Ulva bumps the ball
Tackle
forward,
one, move now.
looking down under the weight of two defenders. Just lacking a bit of energy this contest right now, and Dyer looks to change that with a spirited carry forward, but he's met head on as well and
Hold on me, no
gains
early.
minimal metres. Urquhart is the dummy half.
Go.
He jumps out now and gets the offload away, a little blind offload around the corner, and now Te Atatu
Push
realise
that
they
one.
need to perhaps force the
That's
issue a
gone
little.
forward. Marist ball.
So Marist recover. Numia, the younger of the Numia brothers on the field. Mac on there as well. Now this is big. Ma'afu Briggs, the Tonga New Zealand resident representative. Had a great year last year, did Ma'afu. And now
Yeah, he
they
had a great season.
work the ball forward. This is Wheelie. Can they wear this Te Atatu team down? Less than 5 to play here. Miski is the tackler, doing every bit he can to just slow things down here now. Ball is a bad one in over the top. Offside's going to be the call. And just at one stage there, you thought Te Atatu were about to go down the other end of the field and possibly take the lead, but I believe offside is the call. And so Marist now with another set. Can they put this game away? They've had a glut of possession down this end of the field. Back underway they go. McFall.
Tackle one, move! On the line, guys.
Akaola plays to the centre and brings in his loose
Great
forward
pass.
into a big gap, and that'll get the job done. Over in the far left-hand corner, it is Cree Braithwaite who goes over for Marist second. And could that be the try that gets the Saints home?
Sportsafe action replay. As we see here, heading towards the Sportsafe upright. Big fella gets up for the quick play of the ball. They pretty well knew which way they were shifting, going to the left. Nice cut-out pass. And had enough strength to carry the defender through and across the line. Great try.
Kick is good from Lawrence McFall, and the Saints lead 10 points to 0 with less than 3 minutes to play. You would think it is Marist's game now, and they will pick up the victory here in this one. Te Atatu just really struggled to fire a shot so far in this one. Still time to do it if they're good enough, but Marist will get this underway. I dare say this will go deep, and they'll say to Te Atatu, if you want to score a try, then try going 80 or 90 metres to do so. Roosters now regather the ball, and Hall will run it hard and then plays in Taulu down the left-hand side. He's playing with danger there. Ball comes loose. Knock on is the call. And well, they had to try something, did the Te Atatu Roosters, and got Taulu into space, but it doesn't come off, and this will be a turnover here, and Marist should just be able to run the clock out here now.
Way we go, fellas. Tackle one, move! Hold! 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 Go!
Ma'afu Briggs attracts a couple of defenders in and picks up those extra metres.
No earlies, go.
Back to the centre of the park. Short at the line, Marist. Starting to come into their own a little bit now, are the Saints. This is Isaki.
Oh, that went straight.
Ball is loose, but play on is the call. Siren goes in the background. This will be the last play of the game. Te Orimu content to die on the footy, and the Marist Saints win this one 10 points to 0 over the Te Atatu Roosters. You're with us for the 2019 Sportsafe ARL 9s. We are back with the next live stream game in just a few minutes' time.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, guys.
Versus background as our admin crew are running around processing paper, and here comes the biggest standoff we'll see today. Tony Tuia is over on the off screen there, and as Corey said earlier, great to see him back. He's one of the characters of the game and has always got a big cheesy smile, and he loves his footy. So good to see the Howard Hornets